Mm, you do. Okay, guys, y'all go upstairs. Hey, guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. It's Sunday, 8 o'clock. I'm here, you're here, and I thank y'all for being here. I got little people in my background, as you can hear. Whoever, get little girl, go back upstairs. Let Papa do his show. Um, But I'm here, you're here. Thank y'all for being here. Hope you've had a great and awesome and fantastic week because guess what? I did. I know I say it every week, but I did. And that's an awesome, awesome thing. Hey, Miss Nanette. Hey, Miss Nanette, how you doing? Glad to see you. Thank you for being here. It was a great and awesome week, man. I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma this week with Will Sing at the Comedy Club of Tulsa. And we barely missed the tornado that hit St. Louis. Yes, St. Louis got devastated with a very bad tornado. So I'm gonna ask y'all to keep tornado and keep St. Louis and the citizens of St. Louis in your prayers because it was very very bad. I mean, it hit from Clayton through U City, the Del Mar Loop. Uh, it even hit the zoo and then into the neighborhood. So yes, y'all keep them people in your prayers. All right. Hey, Roger, good to see you. You and Jaden, thank y'all for stopping in, popping in. I hope everything is great. Make sure you hit like or love, share the message if you would, because that's how we grow. That's how we no, this is how we grow. So let's get to the message tonight. Our message tonight came from a conversation that I was having. Because see, when people don't think I'm listening, I'm actually listening. I am listening. And the story that was shared with me, I found it a great story of resilience. So tonight's show is called From Chef to Storm, and it's about stirring purpose in the pot of pain. Yeah, I know that's a long title, but we'll get there and you'll understand where I'm coming from. So, hey, Miss Charlotte, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, popping in. So, hey, baby sis, great to see you as well. She said, hey, big brother. Um, Roger said, tornado just missed my sister. Uh, just branch, just branches down, no major damage. Well, I'm glad to hear that as well. Like I said, we were very fortunate here in St. Louis. Me and Miss Nanette drove through a part of the storm. We was headed down to Tulsa, and it was heavy rain and hail, but fortunately no damage, and we're still here, so can't complain about that. Um, but hey, I'm just glad everybody's here. Everybody's okay. Uh, Things can be replaced, people cannot. So again, tonight's show, man. Tonight I want to talk about purpose, perseverance, and the storms of life. The kind that don't just shake your windows, but shake your soul. And those we all love stories with clean, happy endings, but life doesn't always cook up those kind of outcomes, those kind of great things, does it? Sometimes the oven breaks, or sometimes the meal gets burned, and sometimes the whole kitchen gets blown away. But let me tell you a story about a young man, a chef, who didn't just make food; he made hope. Until one day, the storm came, and y'all, when I say the storm, I don't mean the kind you see on radar. I'm not talking about the kind that just hit St. Louis. I mean the kind that shows up in life. The ones that show up in life without warning or without mercy. But I'll tell you this, just because the storm comes doesn't mean the story ends. So, hey, Miss Annette. Hey, brother August. Good to see you there. Thank you very much for popping in. We was just down in your neck of the woods. So this brother was talented. He had a gift. He had a gift with food. It was like God whispered in his ear and said, feed my people. He had one of those chef jobs folks dream about, steady paycheck, culinary creativity, all-star reviews. Life was good. Then there was COVID. And like millions of others, he lost his job. Now, for a moment, he's had to sit in it. He had to sit in fear that he had that what now thing going on. That how do I feed my child fear? Because he didn't know what he was going to do. But instead of giving up, he did what folks have always done. He got creative. He turned his apartment into a kitchen. He invited small groups of people in. He cooked custom meals and created an atmosphere, a vibe, and turned survival into a movement. The man had to pay his rent, so he did what he had to do to pay his rent. He wasn't just cooking, he was creating community. People came to eat, but they stayed for the atmosphere, for the love, for the story. And then his little apartment became holy ground. It became healing ground. So soon he wasn't just making ends meet. He wasn't just making money. He was making dreams come true. He was making things happen. He bought a home. He put his child in a private school. Hell, he even found love and got married. Y'all, he beat the odds. He flipped pain into purpose. He was the definition of excellence, is what he was. Now, his story inspired others. Folks started their own ventures, their own businesses because of him. He mentored young chefs. He created a safe space for laughter, culture, and cuisine. It wasn't just about the food, it was about freedom. And don't we all, yeah, I think we all do crave freedom. We all crave that, the freedom to live our lives on our terms, to provide for our families, to turn our passions into provision. That man found his lane. He made his own lane. He made his own way, and he drove it like a Cadillac on Sunday afternoon until one night the sky opened up, the winds howled, and a tornado tore through his life. Gone. Everything gone. The house, the kitchen, the business. In seconds, he spent years building. It was all gone. It was in pieces. And that's the thing about life. It could turn that fast on you. One moment you're pouring wine for guests. The next moment you're standing in rubble trying to figure out how to explain to your child that dinner won't be the same tonight. You're trying to figure out how you and where you're going to live tonight. It wasn't just bricks and beams that got hit. It was pride, progress, and his peace. But let me tell you something. When the storm hits, you find out who you are. You see, the house may fall, but the vision didn't. The kitchen was destroyed, but his gift wasn't. Sometimes God clears the table so he can set it again. I don't think you heard me. Sometimes God clears the table so he can set it again. Sometimes life tears you down to build you back up stronger. That brother wasn't just building a business, he was building a legacy. And legacies don't die in tornadoes, they just get tested by them. That's pretty deep right there. Now, I relate to this man more than you know. Many of you should relate to him. There have been times in my life and in your life when I've lost it all. I've lost everything. And I was ready to give up. When the storm came and I questioned whether I had anything left to fight with, I didn't know. I just couldn't even look to see if I had anything else to fight with. But pain has a funny way of showing you your power. Excuse me. Pain will do that to you. See, when we go through hell, we think we're being punished, but sometimes we're being positioned to reach people who couldn't be reached before. We're being positioned to tap into strength we didn't know we even had. We're being positioned to tell stories that shake the world. Now, that young chef is part of a long tradition. Yeah, he is. See, folks who've had everything taken and still kept giving, they don't come every day. Um, it just doesn't happen every day. Who this guy lost his home, but he kept his heart, as so many of you have done, as so many others have done. Ask your question. Who had to start over with nothing? Anybody but me ever had to start over with nothing? Well, this guy had to start over with nothing, but he still managed to cook up something magnificent. So here's the other part of this story. We are the storm shelters. Me and you. We are the storm shelters. When one of us falls, the rest of us got to show up with hammers, with hope, and with hands open. We can't just say, damn, that's sad. We've got to say, what can I do? How can I help? We got to rebuild dreams like we rebuild homes together. This young chef, he fed us, he inspired us. Now it's our turn to feed him. Yeah. To lift him up, to remind him that he is not alone. The rebuild doesn't start with bricks, it starts with belief. Belief that the vision still lives, that the recipe still works, that the same God who blessed the beginning can breathe on this next chapter. So, if you ever had a storm hit your life, whether it was financial, emotional, physical, I want to hear from you. I want you to hear me tonight. Understand this. The storm may have shaken you, but it didn't define you. And it sure as hell didn't defeat you. It has not defeated you. You're still standing. You're still stirring. You're still seasoning the world with your soul. And we are so grateful for this. Yes, we are. So let's see. Andy says, I've been through hell and back. Most of what I've been through would cause the average person to give up. I've persisted through it all, and my reward has been my beautiful wife and daughter. Amen. Andy, I don't know your whole struggle, man. I know you're a great guy. I know you've been through some things. No, I don't know your whole struggle, but I thank you for saying that. And I believe that wholeheartedly. James says, my storm is still raging, but I will not quit. Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't give in. That's not what you're supposed to do. You got to rage through the storm. You got to keep cooking. You got to keep inviting people to the table. Let's see here. So let me tell you this. This talk isn't just about one man. It ain't about one man. It's about all of us. It is. It's about all of us who's lost something, those of us who've had to start over, who've cried over broken plans and empty spaces. It's about believing that even after the storm, your purpose can still rise from the rubble. Yeah, it can. So here's my message to the chef and to anyone who's rebuilding: keep cooking, keep loving, keep serving, because the world needs your flavor. The world needs what you got in that pot or what you got in that oven. The world needs what you about to serve up. And no tornado can take that from you. There's not a power on this earth that can take that from you. And I hope y'all get that message tonight. I hope you understand that message tonight because it's really, really simple. Annette says, my storm's still happening, still here with the Lord's grace. You know what? And that's because you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here for a reason. We're all here for a reason. We're all cooking something. And it's something that only we can cook and only something we can serve. It's something that we can only we can share. Yes, I did yawn. Oh, I don't do that often, but it's been a long day. Drove 6 hours to get home today. So I hope you guys like the story about the chef. There's more truth to that story than you even know. But I shared that story because it probably hit home with a whole lot of y'all. So that's my message for tonight, y'all. I need y'all to keep stirring purpose, even though, keep stirring purpose into that pot of pain. Keep moving forward. Keep being strong. Keep standing in the gap for not just you, but for somebody else. Keep moving forward, even when the wind is blowing you back. Keep the faith. Don't give up on you. And we're not going to give up on you either. So, y'all got anything for me in the chat tonight? Let's see. Put my glasses on so I can see the chat. Okay, nothing in the chat. I know the show's a little short tonight, but grandbaby, the youngest grandbaby is here, and I'm going to go spend some time with her and her big sister before they go back to Atlanta tomorrow. So y'all heard me run them out of here earlier. So that's the message, y'all. Hey, daughter, you may be late, but you're always on time. So just check out the replay, okay? Guys, as I always say, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Respect our vets. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis. This has been another episode of Messages in the Madness. Until next Sunday, God bless you.